Why did this woman start wrapping her face in plastic wrap layer after layer until her features became distorted? She pressed down the bottom tightly, cutting off all air. Just before passing out, she couldn't take it anymore. She began clawing desperately at the plastic, but because it was so tightly wrapped, there was no seam to grab onto. She had to dig into it around her mouth, tearing it open with force. Finally gasping for fresh air, barely escaping death. But it turns out, this wasn't a suicide attempt. She did it because she felt her life was too perfect. So perfect, it didn't feel real anymore. Ever since she and her husband moved to this small town, she felt like every day was empty. Each morning, all the women in town would stand outside at the same time, waving goodbye to their husbands as they went off to work. All of them programmers. The women spent their mornings doing posture training, their afternoons swimming, sunbathing, and sipping tea. This life seemed flawless on the surface, but underneath, it was unbearably boring. Then one day, something unexplainable happened. It made her even more certain that everything around her might be fake. She was cleaning a window when the wall behind her suddenly started closing in. Within seconds, she was trapped between the glass and the wall, unable to breathe. Then just as suddenly it snapped back into place. Her first thought was that she was hallucinating, but the foundation smudged on the glass made her stop and think. Later, while cooking, she noticed the eggs she bought were all empty inside, one after another. She cracked them open. Every single one was hollow. It made her even more convinced that this life wasn't real. Deep down, Lindsay felt this wasn't the life she was supposed to be living, wasting her days doing absolutely nothing. Strangely, ever since moving here, she couldn't remember her past. It was as if she had never left this town, never stepped beyond its invisible borders. But she was dying to know what was beyond the town's edge. So one day, she got on a bus, determined to find out. But halfway there, the driver stopped. He refused to go any farther, insisting that it was only safe within town limits. And then, Lindsay saw something terrifying.